Hiya. You may have seen a reel recently about a tribunal result that came in. I thought I'd pop on and tell you a little bit more detail. So this family, the child had been out of school for 2 years by the time the hearing happened. And what had happened was he'd been placed originally in a really inappropriate setting. And he was never able to go. So he was stuck in the family home, and the school hadn't put in any appropriate provision. The local authority hadn't put in any appropriate provision either. And then after he couldn't attend, the LA and the school also missed the year 11 review date, as all year 11 reviews need to take place in the autumn term, regardless of when you last had a review, so that the local authority can name the post-16 setting by March the 31st of the year 11 year. The review never happened, it never took place. So when I then came involved, that was the first thing I noticed and said, well, he doesn't have a placement for September, we don't know where he's going to go. And then it became very apparent very quickly that his EHCP was terrible. It had terrible wording, no specification quantification. It had no recent relevant evidence about this young man's capabilities, because of course he'd just not been able to attend. But that does not mean, however, he's not capable of academically flourishing, because he is. And we then went through a very long process of having to appeal the plan because the local authority didn't name a setting. So for section I, for post 16, it was just blank. It didn't say a setting, it just said mainstream college. And of course we knew that wasn't right, so we had to appeal that. And in the time that the appeal was live, we gathered extra evidence, we gathered social care evidence, we gathered educational psychology evidence, all the while the local authority was attempting to justify their inaction by levelling accusations at the parent regarding, her inability to engage with services, or her choice to disengage with services, all of which wasn't true. And thankfully, we ended up at the appeal where the judge was able, and ably assisted with the panel members, one of whom was a health and social care expert, because we did an extended appeal. The judge was able to see that what the local authority ended up proposing, which was in fact an EOTIC package, education otherwise than in college, was completely inappropriate for this young man, not only because he himself was saying he wants to go to college, but also because the local authority had neglected to actually propose what was in that package of tuition otherwise than in college. And as a result of that, the parental evidence was completely accepted. This young man's wish to be in college was listened to, and the evidence that pointed towards him needing what's called an extended day curriculum, so essentially his education can't be delivered within the confines of his educational day because of his complexities. Because he needs that extended day curriculum, it would be appropriate for him to be in a residential placement. So what we ended up with at the end was a plan that still doesn't specify a college, because we haven't got one yet. This young man is complex. However, what we do have is a plan that specifies specialist residential college. It includes all the speech and language therapy he needs. It includes all of the social care support he needs. It includes specified and quantified provision regarding his education, specifically that he is bright and he should be in a place that can help him stretch and challenge and reach his aspirations, but one which is completely accepting and inclusive of his disabilities and can help him if he can't leave the house or if his conditions flare up. It's an amazing result, and really is testament to the particular parent's tenacity and determination in the face of quite significant personal attacks, if I'm honest. And I can't quite believe she sort of was able to stick with it. She's an absolute hero of mine, a delight to support, and can really show you that things do take a long time. Things can get very, very, very stressful, but just hold firm in your belief and knowledge about your child, because you are the expert as a parent, and all you sometimes need is a little bit of backing from people like us at Sunshine with some legal knowledge and some, experience of the system to just tell you, hey, you are doing the right thing, and this is how you can present that in the context of an appeal. So if you need us, get in touch. I'd be delighted to help.